Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Eric McKinley, and I am the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. And I just wanted to stop by and share some thoughts with you, man. So do me a favor as you jump on, drop your city and your state. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Like it, share it, and tag somebody. And hopefully, this message is going to resonate with somebody. Hopefully, it'll touch somebody and it'll make some sense to some people. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to jump on. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We're in February already, man. We're 9 days into the second month of the year, and I'm just super excited to be dealing with all the plans that I made and seeing things to manifest and things to come to pass. What my wife and I have decided to do, and the idea of being able to help people. The fun part about what I'm doing the fun part about what I'm doing is that I'm able to do it on my own time, and I'm able to do it from my own, whether we're in our home or whether we're in our office. Right now, I'm in my office, but I'm able to do it on my own time and on my own accord. So what happens is this, right? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who out there um, only think inside the box. But I want to share something with you, and I want to ask you a couple of questions. What if? And that's the first one I want to ask. But what if? And then you fill in the blank. Because if you read the caption, you'll see. I asked you a question: are you open to learning something new? But as I was sitting at the office with my wife, and she's in there doing her thing, she's doing making some designs. She's creating some things in her business, and I'm actually getting ready for some training for this month. But I went in there and I said, what if? So we had our grandkids come to the office yesterday, and for those of you who don't know, we have three beautiful grandchildren, and we had our grandchildren come to the office yesterday, and they come in on a regular basis. They're coming in, they're excited. They see the big screen television. They can watch their whatever it is that they're watching on there. Most of the time, we're putting it on YouTube. Most of the time, we're showing them some type of learning channels. But they range from the age of almost two, just about two, to 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 five. Okay, and it's funny because they're at the age right now to where they're very impressionable. And if you have any children or grandchildren around that age, you already know kids are already very impressionable. So you got to ask yourself, what if? So I was talking to my wife and I said, the kids come in and they're excited. They sit down, they watch television, they run around the office. We got a nice little area. They run around here, they play. We get an opportunity to spend time with them, take them to the park. I think my wife took them to the park the other day, and I plan on taking them out today. But it goes back to the question, what if? What if we learned a different way of doing things? What if when we were little, our parents didn't have a job, but they owned a business? And I'm just, and some of you out there, it applies to you. But for the most of us, we were taught that we needed to go to school and we need to make good grades. We need to go to school, make good grades in order to get a good job to support ourselves, because that was the way that we were going to support ourselves. But what if we were taught something different? What if we were introduced to something different? What if you had the opportunity to introduce your kids or your grandchildren to something different? To the idea of not just working for somebody, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you choose to do, but the idea of ownership, the idea of owning your own business. Now, the oldest one is 5. All they know is that they're coming to Pop and Gigi's office, and they're running around. And they'll hear it all the time. When they get in the vehicle, they get in the car, the truck, they say, hey, we going to the office? Are we going to the office? Well, the transparency part of it is not just that they're kids and they really don't know, but the transparency part of it is, what if I had been introduced to something different? What if my wife had been introduced to something different, and not just the idea of a job, but the possibility of owning a business? What if you had the ability to introduce your kids, your grandchildren, to something different, how would things turn out? How would things be different in your life right now? See, we may not see the full benefits or the full fruits of our labor, but isn't that what building generational wealth all about? It's not for us, it's about our generations, the ones who are not here yet. And for some of the ones who are here, but mainly for the ones who are not here yet, or who are young enough that are going to be able to participate in involve themselves and enjoy the fruits of the labor that we're actually putting in, the work we're putting in today. I hear it, man. I hear a lot of people talking about the hustle. I hear people talking about the side hustle. I hear people talking about them getting their business up, or, hey, I even hear people say, you know what, I don't have time to run a business. I don't have time to operate a business. Well, you know what? As I look at my grandkids and I look at my children, they're older, but I look at my grandkids and I think to myself, I don't have time not to build something or to own something or even to position myself to where we can buy wealth. I don't have time not to. So I was thinking, man, what if I had never been introduced to business ownership? What if I had never been introduced to the idea of becoming an entrepreneur? What if something happens and my grandkids need me, or they need my wife, and we can't go and see them? We can't pick them up from school. We can't be there for them. We can't play with them because we're too busy working. At the age that we are now, I'm like 2 years shy of 50. What if I was grinding so hard on a job to take care of my family, to provide something for my family right now, that I missed the whole message? I missed the whole idea. I missed, and I know right now things are different with the pandemic. A lot of kids are not in school. They switch off. Some days they're in school, some days they're not. And the idea of when I was little, we had programs, and even with my kids, they we were able to go to their programs, whether it was a concert, a play, or whether it was some type of awards program. And they may not be able to ever enjoy that idea of growing up for school, because I don't know what the change is going to be. But what if we were not in a position to be able to just take off and take them to the park, be able to take off and go pick them up if they were not feeling well, or be able to just take off and take a vacation, take a couple of days away from where we're at right now? What if? And the question is, are you interested in learning something new? Because oftentimes what happens is, and a lot of people are not going to want to hear this, but oftentimes a lot of people don't understand that it's the things that we learn today that we hold on to, the tradition, and it keeps us comfortable. It puts us in a position to where we say, you know what, we've always done it like this, and we're going to always do it like this, and I'm going to teach my kids and the grandkids, and everybody's going to go to college and get a great job. And what if we learned a different way of how to acquire that wealth, to build for our family, to build for our future? What if? See, when I'm having these thoughts, when I'm having these conversations with my wife, and when I'm having these thoughts, and I'm thinking, man, I was reading a post this morning. As I bring this live to a close, I was reading a post this morning from one of my friends, Cedric Jenkins, and he basically said that our children are going to follow what we do. They're going to follow our examples. They're not going to just, we're not in a time anymore to do as I say. They're looking at what we're doing. Ask yourself, what are you sharing with your children? What are you sharing with your grandchildren? What are you building right now? What if you had access to some information that would change the trajectory of your life and theirs? What if you had access to information that would end generational poverty, generational debt, the way that we think about money in itself for your entire bloodline? What if? What if you, the average person, could build something for your children and your grandchildren now to where they didn't have to start over? What if you position your family to be wealthy, to where they can just step into a business, step into wealth, step into ownership. What if? Hey, listen, I just wanted to leave those words with you on this Tuesday. Hopefully everybody's doing well, staying safe out there. Hopefully this resonated with somebody. Hopefully it made sense, and it gives you something to think about. Because the way of the ways that we've been doing things has changed, and we got too many people that are trying to hold on to the old ways. What if? Hey, my name is Eric McKinley. I'm the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. Like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. You guys take care. Thank you for your time. Whoever sees this, like it, share it, tag somebody, and drop me a comment. Y'all take care and have a great day.